name is Johnny Philp, 29 years young. I was born in Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah, what happened to the last couple letters in my name? Philip, it was tragic. It was tragic. There was a document, so I don't know. Philp has been my last name forever. It's very, very common. My wife says that our last name looks like Philip, but misspelled. So you can refer to me as whatever you want. Philip is fine. So I am blessed to be the new director of music here at St. Anthony of Padua. That means a number of things, but primarily I get the opportunity to promote and empower the vision given to me from our pastor, Father Jesse, to provide the parish with sacred music, to make sure that our liturgies are empowered through the gift of sacred music and that our hearts and our minds are elevated to God. We get to worship Him in the most full sense. Yeah, so what instruments do I play? I play a really weird, unique combination of instruments. I play the pipe organ and piano and keyboard instruments that go along with that, but I also play drums, play guitar, bass. I dabble in the cello. I wouldn't call myself a cellist, but I'm learning. I really love composing music for orchestras, so I try to understand a little bit about each orchestral instrument, even if I don't necessarily play it. But my first kind of primary instruments are drums and pipe organ. Weird combo, but you get to use your feet in both of them, so they're kind of related. Okay, favorite song right now. Jay said I can pick more than one, so I'm gonna pick two. I'm gonna go with Mahler's Second Symphony called The Resurrection. If you haven't heard it, pause this video right here, pause it, go listen to it. It's an hour and a half long. I guarantee you're gonna weep. You're gonna love it. It's walks through the passion of the Lord. You get to see Him resurrected before. So go listen to Mahler's Second Symphony. That'd be my first one. And then I'm preparing for Easter. Easter is 71 days away, something like that. It's coming up very quick. So our choir here, we're gonna sing Ave Verum Corpus from Mozart. It's beautiful. I've been listening to that a lot in preparation for that. So those would be my two, Mahler's Second Symphony, and then Mozart's Ave Verum Corpus. What are the three things I can bring with me? Can they be people?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna bring a priest with me, so I can go to confession and have mass. That's number one. This is such a great question. I'm gonna bring my wife, marriage, and then a cell phone. I think those are probably pretty practical. We got the sacraments. I got my wife. Can call for a plane to come pick us up. I give you the practical ones. If I can add like a 3.5, it's gonna be like some Chick-fil-A food. It's gonna be my fourth thing. Favorite scripture verse. My favorite one that comes to mind is Matthew 7:21. It's when Jesus is approached and said, Master, we did all these things for you. We prophesied your name. We cast out demons in your name. We did mighty works. Do we get to come with you? Do we get to experience heaven? And he says, on that day, many of you will say these things, and I'll say to them, I never knew you. Depart from me. And to me, it speaks to me as someone who enjoys learning about the traditions of the church and the faith of the church, that we are first and foremost sons and daughters called to a relationship with our Father. We have so much to learn, and it's beautiful and it's vast, and I want to soak all that in. But at the end of the day, I want to be a good son, and I want to know my Father in heaven, and I want to have a relationship with Him. So this is kind of a funny question about confirmation saint. At my parish, we were actually kind of assigned a confirmation saint, and you were given a small group. That small group had a patron, and that was your confirmation saint. So it was imposed on me that St. Peter would be my confirmation saint. Nothing wrong with St. Peter. He's fantastic. But I learned later on in the process that it's a part of the church where you get to assume a new name to signify this conversion. And I've always loved St. Padre Pio, just like it seems like every young guy loves Padre Pio. Who wouldn't? So I've always kind of joked that St. Peter is the official confirmation saint I have. Padre Pio was probably like on deck, about to take the plate after St. Peter. Time where I experienced God through sacred music. One of the coolest experiences of my life when I got married. My wife's name is Julie. She's fantastic. She decided to try to surprise me as a wedding gift. I've always loved organs. I've been really fascinated with organs. Pipe organs, especially early church organs, are the size of buildings. They're ginormous. I've always been so fascinated with that. When we got married, we planned to go to the canonization mass for Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta. And at the time, St. Peter's Basilica was going through a historic organ renovation. And my wife thought it would be awesome to try to get me an experience to go and see their new organ. Her brother is a priest, Father Jeff Aber, and he was studying at the North American College at the time. And through some sneaky emails, she got the email address of the papal organist. I mean, talk about the coolest title you can ever have, papal organist. She got his email, and he spoke zero English. It was completely Italian. And he said, I don't really have time to show you the new organ, but I'll give you 2 tickets to the canonization mass. And anybody can get tickets to the canonization mass. So originally my wife said, no, we already have tickets, we're okay. And in his very, very hard to translate Italian, he said, no, trust me, you want these tickets. This man who spoke zero English at all picks us up. He takes us by hand, hands us to who we find out is his mother. And she starts walking us through the back halls of St. Peter's Basilica. And don't know where we are, and all of a sudden, we walk out into the narthex of St. Peter's Basilica, and we got to sit with the choir for the canonization mass of St. Mother Teresa of Calcutta. And let's just say we were dressed to be standing in the plaza. It was 105 degrees, and everybody else is in suits and tuxedos and coral cassocks. And anyways, we got to sit with the choir for the canonization mass of Mother Teresa, and they're fantastic. They're the papal choir. I was incredibly moved throughout the entire liturgy. It was beautiful. We love Mother Teresa, and that was a transformative experience for me as a choir director to get to bring that experience back and try to make our liturgy and sacred music transcendent through the gift of sacred music. So that was probably the most moving experience I've had. There's so many things. I've only been here, this is my first week, and it's been one of the most consoling first few days of a position I've ever had. I'm really excited to work with the people. The people that I've had the chance to meet so far have been so welcoming, so affirming, and just excited for the opportunity to collaborate and work with all sorts of different choirs and groups, and get to work with our clergy to elevate our liturgy and really just produce something beautiful that's worthy of worship, and something that we can sing together. So I'm really excited to work with the team here, the parishioners, and to sing with all of you on Sundays. So with that being said, I want to invite you, if you feel compelled, you feel led to offer your gifts of music to the parish, please contact me. We're actively recruiting for our choir, for our chamber orchestra. If you play a string instrument, such as a violin or viola or cello, or you play a brass instrument, or you sing anything like that, please contact me. We're excited to grow these ministries and give everybody an opportunity to serve. So you can find my email on the website, and you're also welcome to stop by anytime. I'd love to meet you, or grab me after a Sunday Mass and say hi.